What's the funniest way your son tried to replace his mom? So picture this. My wife had to travel for a week. Business trip normal. I told my 7-year-old son, Mommy's going to be gone for a little while. Most kids cry, right? Miss their mom? Not mine. This little boy smirked like he'd just been promoted. He goes, don't worry, Daddy. I'll be the new mom now. At first, I laughed. Thought it was pretend play. But oh no, he was dead serious. The very next morning, he proved it. I'm still half asleep in the kitchen making coffee, and he struts in, wearing my wife's oversized cardigan, headband on, and sunglasses. Out of nowhere, he pats my arm and says, morning, honey, what do you want for breakfast? I almost spit in the coffee pot. I turned around like, excuse me, and he just leans on the counter sipping his juice box like a queen. Rough day at work already, he sighs, and he didn't stop there. Later that morning, he drags out his toy dustpan and tries to clean the bathroom. Water splashing everywhere, and he points at me like, better call the cleaning lady, honey. Then he sits on the couch, crosses his little legs like a grown woman, goldfish crackers bag in one hand, remote in the other. He goes, don't change it. I'm watching my show. The show was Paw Patrol. By the second day, the act only got bigger. He literally called me into the living room, patted the couch, and said, sit down, sweetie. Let's talk about our budget. Our budget? He can't even count to 100. Then he looks at his little sister. Dead serious. You don't listen to your dad. No allowance. She's 4. She just stared, holding her doll like, what's an allowance? By evening, he was still in full character. That night, I was in bed scrolling my phone. He barges in with his stuffed bear under his arm and says, move over, sweetie. Mommy's home. Climbs right in, rips half the blanket off me, then starts fake snoring so loud the dog left the room. I shook his shoulder like, boy, go to your own bed. He answers in this fake high voice. 7. I'm 37. Respect the woman of the house. Day 3. Nothing changed. He doubled down. At breakfast, he goes, honey, where's my tea? I hand him chocolate milk. He squints at me like, this better not be decaf. Then he pretended to leave for work. Actually just walked around the backyard shed. Came back 5 minutes later like, traffic was horrible. And then came Friday night, the grand finale. Normally my wife does the laundry. He grabs this giant basket that's practically bigger than him, drags it bump by bump down the hallway, yelling, don't worry, honey, I got this. Basket tips over, socks rolling everywhere. He doesn't care. Our neighbor spots him outside struggling and asks, where's your mom? Without missing a beat, he points at himself with both thumbs and shouts, right here, baby. Neighbor nearly dropped her mail, laughing. Finally, after a full week of chaos, my wife came home. She opened the door, and he just stood there, arms crossed like a tiny boss lady. We don't need you anymore, he said. I've been the woman of the house. She looked at me like, what happened while I was gone? I just pointed at him. Talk to your replacement. Even after she returned, he kept the role for one more day. At dinner, he leaned toward her and whispered, we can share the job, but I'm still the boss.